Vedic traditions, Vedic sciences are more holistic as a complete form of meditation. West is very selective, chopped it, and even yoga, they've chopped it to make it hot yoga. They've chopped it to make there are multiple
puppy
names.
yoga.
There's puppy yoga now, and West definitely picked it up and has managed to spread it through the various techniques available today.
They are great at rebranding and marketing.
Rebranding and marketing it to the common population, which I think we somewhere lack. First do the box breathing and then get on to the Patanjali Yoga Shastra and Ramdev Babas or Sri Shiva Shankars or Chinmayanand Mission, all that.
It's a very interesting perspective, especially for my generation, where we are constantly told if you don't multitask, you are inefficient.
Yeah. The future is uncertain, so there's anxiety about the future, what future holds. Mind is going to be in a chaos. Meditation trains the brain to say, okay, come to the present moment. What is Japa? You're saying something repeatedly, same thing you're repeating. What is affirmation? The same deep rhythmic breathing. That is the start point. You say, okay, breath is going in, it's going into my lungs, there's a gaseous exchange taking place. Enjoy all this process. What the Gita says, कर्म करते रहो, फल की चिंता मत करो. Oh my God, ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है. You will completely go into be a nervous wreck after some time. And then say, no, life is so tough. Oh, life is so beautiful.
Just meditate.
Hi, I'm Commander Girish Konkar. I'm an ex-Indian naval officer. I was in the Indian Navy for about 22 years. And in the Navy, I was a submariner.
Welcome to another episode of the Commander's Compass. We have here with us our favorite, Commander Girish Konkar.
Thank you.
Sir is not just a retired naval officer, he is also a leadership and transformation catalyst. Today's topic is something that is very close to Sir's heart because he himself is a regular meditation practitioner. So we have chosen this topic to explore a little bit more of not just what meditation is, but also how it impacts our lives personally and professionally. So let's get started. Sir, we live in a time of social media and more Western influence, right? So in the West, mindfulness has become a buzzword. But how is this mindfulness different from the meditation that is taught in our Vedic traditions?
Okay, so it's a very lovely question. West, my interpretation of all this, West has become very narrow. Whereas in the Vedic sciences, the Vedic traditions, meditation has got multiple scopes and multiple ways that one can meditate. So it's a very broad framework which itself has got many small subsets into it. West has taken one subset and then blown it out of proportion to say this is it. You do this and things will change. You do this and this will change. All of them work the same, but everything does have a Vedic history. It's been there for whatever reasons. We lost it in our history that we have, or it remained in कि Sanskrit में it became sort of a, what do I say? The correct word would be encapsulated in Sanskrit traditions. And therefore, the average person probably felt a little aloof from that.
Yes, because our native languages have now come a little farther away.
And that became a little then disconnected as to what to follow. Then yes, people do go to the various gurus who teach meditation. And they have various different forms of meditation. It's not that there's one meditation. There's multiple forms of meditation which each one teaches. But ultimately started here maybe 10,000 years ago.
Yes.
Or whatever the Vedics, they said is Vedic history is almost 20,000 years ago. Rig Veda is 20,000 years old. So it probably started out then. It's not a Western discovery by any sense of the word. The West definitely has picked it up, simplified it as much as you can so that a common man can understand it, implement it, you'll get the results.
Right.
But the Vedic traditions, Vedic sciences are more holistic as a complete form of meditation. West is very selective, chopped it, and even yoga, they've chopped it to make it hot yoga. They've chopped it to make there are
There's
multiple
puppy
names.
yoga.
There's puppy yoga now. So there are multiple forms. They chopped and then each one has its own population that goes for that. Does it have an effect? Yes. See, ultimately, what is required is do something every day for some time. That is what is more important, rather than try to see a big name into it or massive. So the guru doesn't make a difference. It is, do you do something what the guru tells you? That is the most important thing.
Right.
And all gurus actually tell you the best of intentions are there, but can they simplify it so that the common layman can understand it? If they can, then you get some of the greatest gurus that we have. If they cannot, then they become secluded in their ashrams, doing fantastic stuff, but it doesn't come out to the common man.
Right.
So I would not say that Western meditation is bad or doesn't serve a purpose. It serves its own purpose,
but it's still limiting. I mean, the box breathing,
yes.
the Wim Hof method. First of all, this is all cultural appropriation.
Yes.
And secondly, it's very limiting, very narrow in its outcome.
And West definitely picked it up and has managed to spread it through the various techniques available today.
They are great at rebranding and marketing.
Rebranding and marketing it to the common population, which I think we somewhere lack branding it and positioning it as a common man's answer to various things.
Yes.
It still remains as the exalted thing that, okay, if you reach a Siddhi, their level of this thing, then only it works. No, it works even for a common man. The same technique will work on man if you tell that common man. And I would say definitely that today's modern gurus have done a lot, I would say, to bring many things to a common man. Right from whether it's Ramdev Baba, whether it is Sri Ravi Shankar, whether it's Jaggi Vasudev. They're definitely doing a huge amount of efforts and service to bring it to the common man, and not just leave it at when
people
you go
become
to
monks. You
don't have to become a monk or go to the Himalayas and sit in the Rishikesh ashram too. You can do it in your own home.
Yes.
And TV is one of the best methods today, or now the smartphone is among the best method where it can propagate the thing. So it works. All I'd say is do something.
Do something.
So whether it is Wim Hof method, whether it is a yogic tradition, which I would say is far more better, no doubts about it. So maybe you might first do the box breathing and then get on to the Patanjali Yoga Shastra and Ramdev Babas or Sri Shiva Shankars or Chinmayanand missions, all that. That is how you would like to, the modern generation. Fair enough. But that level
Start today.
Start somewhere, and then over a period of time, maybe 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you'll start becoming more curious about what is the Vedic tradition about, and you'll find there's so much into it. Whether it's philosophy and how philosophy connects to science, massive.
Yes.
I would say start something.
So we are speaking about the Vedic traditions and how you pointed out that it's very rich. There are many ways to reach the same point. There are many roads reaching there. And some of them are Japa, Dhyana, Dharana, Samadhi. So as a layperson who is just starting out on this journey of meditation, how do I choose the right one, and what do each of these really signify? Okay,
so let me give a little bit of science of why meditation works. That might clear us to which one would then follow. Whatever little studies I have done on meditation or on attitude development, meditation forms one part of attitude wherein you get into where you quieten the mind and focus your entire mind on the present moment. That is meditation. So in simplistic form, if one has to define what is meditation, keeping your mind focused on the current present moment is meditation, simplistically. Now, there are different levels to that also. Now, why is it important? See, at the basic level, it's our thoughts which start everything. The thoughts are dependent upon our limiting beliefs, our fears, our surroundings. All these create thoughts in our mind. With the thoughts comes emotions. So thoughts lead to emotions. emotions or a prolonged time, little bit of emotion, like we said earlier, lasts for 6
Yes.
seconds. Then comes feelings, then comes moods. And based on these becomes, how do we express all this? Through words, then through action. And that becomes my habit. So if my mind is constantly going back, forth, that means it's going to the previous past history of mine, which could be good, bad, whatever, ugly, whatever it is, that's caused by limiting beliefs and fears. The future is uncertain, so there's anxiety about the future, what future holds. Mind is going to be in a chaos. As simple as that.
It is.
Where is and the brain cannot multitask. So we're not designed for multitasking. So we are supposed to be doing one task at one time.
Okay.
Many times multitasking, people say you must learn to multitask.
Yes.
We cannot do multitasking. We can do one task, let it roll for a few seconds, go to the next task, let it roll, go to the next, and you can do maybe 5-6 tasks in 1 minute. But ultimately you're doing only one task.
Okay.
So we don't have, whereas the computer can do multiple tasks at the same time.
So this is a very interesting perspective, especially for my generation, where we are constantly told if you don't multitask, you are inefficient.
Yeah. So we cannot multitask. We're not designed for multitasking. We are designed for doing one task at one time. Yes, in 1 minute do 5 tasks, but that's still not multitasking.
Okay.
It is still one task for 10 seconds, next one task. Now if I think of those 5 tasks
At the same
every
time.
time, there's only chaos and confusion. Whereas that 10 seconds of this task, my mind must be on this task. Let it go. Mind must shift to the next task. Let it go. Shift to the next task. Let it go. Come back to the first task. Say, okay, where is it? And then that's multitasking. But still, brain is not multitasking. It is letting go, doing multiple tasks.
Monotasking.
It is breaking each task into smaller bits, letting them perform, coming back to it. Okay, that's what you should learn. And that's where meditation helps, because meditation is simply, very simplistically, it is how do you train the brain to get the whole focus onto the present moment.
Yes.
If you're anytime in the past or in the future, the brain is confused. Brain says, I don't know what to do. Because the past I may be guilty of, the future I don't know what is there, and I'm going to get confused. Meditation trains the brain to say, okay, come to the present moment. And there are multiple techniques that one can do, whichever you choose. Somebody might prefer doing
Japa is
Japa
chanting.
is one. Yeah. Now, Japa, I would equate, it's like affirmations. What is Japa? You're saying something repeatedly, after same thing you're repeating. What is affirmation? The same. You're saying something positive in the present tense with emotions. That is affirmations.
Yes.
What is Japa? You repeat something, maybe God's name.
Correct.
Typically, it is
A mantra that
gone
is.
to a mantra of a God's name.
Yes.
But my understanding is it is whatever you as your task. That's a mantra, and that gives a reinforcement to the brain to say, okay, this is I'm best at. You get power. The brain literally changes, the mind changes, the emotions of the 50 trillion cells change. All this change takes place simply because you're repeating that one stotra, mantra, jap, which we call as jap. So many people say a jap, many people say mantra. Again, the thing is, mantra in a foreign language is useless. Sanskrit is a foreign language. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know Sanskrit. I might understand Sanskrit, but is Sanskrit my mother tongue? So the best stotra, mantra, jap is done in your mother tongue. Simple, in Marathi what we call as बोली भाषा. मतलब आपके दिनचर्या में जो आप भाषा में बोलते हो, उस भाषा में simplistic होनी चाहिए.
Correct.
Then that mantra has got huge power.
Yes.
अगर आप संस्कृत में कुछ भी बोल रहे हो as a jap में बोलना पड़ता है, my understanding is doesn't work. That same Sanskrit stotra in plain Marathi, which is my mother tongue, or if you are Tamil, plain simple Tamil, and with emotions, huge power, and that is jap. Another, you have tap. Okay, after jap, one level higher could be tap. Now, tap is something if your job requires high concentration. What is tap?
Tapna, basically.
Tapasya.
Yeah.
So you're doing something with intense concentration. Whatever it is that you do it for prolonged duration with intense concentration, and your body, the whole cells in the body get now used to it. And that you become master in that particular thing. So if you're let's say, if you're a sportsman, whatever sport that you're at,
Intense concentration.
Intense concentration while you're doing your sports. If you're football, hockey, cricket, that is what? That is tapasya.
Yes.
So when you play sports for 10 years, morning 2 hours, evening 2 hours, that's tapasya. Tapasya is not only sitting in one place on one leg and doing Omkar jap. That's one end of tapasya. But otherwise, whatever you do with full concentration is tapasya. So you're doing tap, and you do it for 12 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you become a master.
Yes.
Or if you're a musician, you need tremendous tapasya, riyaz. सुबह 2-4 घंटा, शाम को 2-4 घंटा. Unless you do all that, you cannot become a great musician or a singer.
Yes.
That is tapasya. So again, tapasya is not just sitting in the mountain cave and being hungry for 1 year and starving yourself to death. That's not tapasya. Tapasya is even this. So we've seen jap, we've seen tap. Then there could be things like Dhyana and Dharana. So these are again two types of meditation. Then there is Samadhi, then there is Siddhi, Shunya. All these are very high level of meditation, which I would say for me are beyond my purview right now.
Correct.
I do meditation, fair enough, so far, but maybe Ramdev Baba and that creed can really tell us in depth as to how I can give a, what to say, overview of it, but am I an expert in all these things?
No.
The answer is no. Okay.
So where should
Dhyana is intense concentration.
Okay.
Intense meaning the whole brain, the 50 trillion cells in the body will focus only on that one point of thing. So that is now even from tapasya you bring it in very narrow to one single point. That is Dhyana Dharana. That is absolutely intense.
Minute, yeah.
Yeah. Now to reach that level might take somebody years.
Years, lifetimes probably.
So I am nowhere near that. So I would think it would be wrong on me to really give any discourse on what is all that.
But then where should somebody like me begin? I'm not a sports person.
Meditation. Absolute start with basic meditation. Understand meditation is looking inwards, focusing your mind. How do I focus my mind on the present moment? That is meditation. Simple breathing exercises at the start. So there are a couple of things which are very simple, and let me take this opportunity to tell the people what these are. The most simplest thing is, I would say, rhythmic breathing. Deep rhythmic breathing. That is the start point.
Okay.
Once you master that, then think of something else. Otherwise, what unfortunately happens is when you go to any of these meditation classes or something, I've been to many of them. I have done a number of such meditation workshops, and some I found good, some I said, yeah, theek hai, I mean, kuch farak nahi pada mere ko. Right? So over a period of so many years, almost 20 years it's been, and the thing that I have come to is simple breathing exercises of deep breathing. That is the start point.
Okay.
So somebody can do that for maybe, try it for 6 months. Don't even think of others. And now just simple breathe to a count. So if one has to do deep breathing, when you do breathing, the first step is, let's say you do 5 seconds, you breathe in. 2 seconds, you hold your breath. 5 seconds, you breathe out.
Okay.
So that means 14 seconds is one breath. That means roughly 4 breaths in 1 minute.
1 minute.
So you're slowing down your breathing. You're taking huge amount of oxygen inside your body. At the same time, when you're counting, your mind is now focusing on the count. Therefore, other thoughts which come, don't come.
Right.
But getting to this stage itself will take maybe 3 months or 6 months.
Okay.
It is not easy. So if you sit in one place, also you can sit either cross-legged or sit in a straight chair. Your back should be straight. Have a nice gentle smile on your face. Put this is a Dhyana mudra. Put it on your knees, and just breathe slowly, as if a person sitting outside should wonder, "Yaar, is he breathing?
Okay.
Or is she breathing?" So it's a very
So
gentle.
Not
in
that.
this breathing.
Okay.
That breathing also, there are lots of exercises. But this one I'm saying the most basic, gentle. So let's say if I'm breathing like this now, I'm taking a deep breath inside, but probably you can't even make out.
No.
My chest will come out, diaphragm goes down, stomach comes out. So huge amount of air is going in that 5 seconds. That's the day one. And the mind is on the counting. Am I doing correct breathing? So I'm counting internally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means my brain is now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thoughts should not come.
Right.
But you'll find for 1 to 3 months, literally the thoughts keep coming. तो आप बैठे उधर meditation कर रहे हैं 1, 2 this, आज मेरे को ये करना है, ये क्या हो गया, इसको करना है. That's not meditation. When you reach a stage where saying you can say no thoughts, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have reached one level of meditation. And then you hold your breath and again now breathe out. Now this goes on, let's say, for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So you master that technique first. Then you can literally play around with your senses.
Okay.
So you can say, okay, now you can also practice things like, ultimately everything has to be in the present moment. What all can
Correct.
be in the present moment?
Not letting yourself wander.
Let the thoughts wander. So next stage that you can reach is breathing in, can you focus on the breath that is going inside. Again, you're in the present moment. You get huge power in the present moment. So no thoughts of the past, no thoughts of future. You say, okay, breath is going in, it's going into my lungs, there's a gaseous exchange taking place. Enjoy all this process. You're in the present moment. Now you're reaching a level of meditation. Okay, so you can focus for 5 minutes on this only. Once you can just enjoy the whole process. Ke bhai andar the oxygen is going into my oxygenated blood. The lead blood corpuscles are taking it through the various parts of the body. 50 trillion cells. Every cell requires oxygen.
Right.
And that has to be given. If you don't give, the cells die.
Yes.
If for 3 minutes you don't give your organs oxygen, the organ dies. As simple as that. Means what an efficient system I've got. So the mind is focused on that now. If you reach that level, you can reach 3-4 minutes without thoughts coming into your mind, and only focusing on all this, you have reached a very high level of meditative state. And this takes a year of regular daily practice. Then you'll reach that level. Then next stage could be, now you say, okay, now let me just listen to the sounds. So you're sitting in one place, after about 5, 6, 7 minutes that you've done this, let me hear, I can listen, you'll find you can hear hundreds of sound which you never noticed before. You will hear the fan, you'll hear the air conditioning, you'll hear somebody's car has shut the door just now, you'll see somebody's just saying, you'll see some birds are chirping there. In that 3-4 minutes, you'll hear multiple sounds. You will hear somebody talking. That's meditation. That means your mind is completely in the present moment. That's your ears. Then you can do the next level. You can, if you're in a beautiful place, like one of those hill station types, lovely sunset is there, sunrise is there. Just watch the entire nature in front of you. That means again you're focusing your mind only on the nature. You'll find lovely, the leaves are going, leaves are rustling, some birds are flying, something else happening, beautiful colors of the sunset. Admire that. That to me is meditation. But the mind is in the present moment.
Yes,
if you are looking at the meditation and say, यार ये इसको फोन करना था, किया कि नहीं किया?
Then gone.
That's not meditation.
Start again.
So to do this, you'll reach 1 year, 2 years probably. Just to come to this level, that you're enjoying the sunset. And you'll find your brain gives you huge power if you can for 5 minutes sit and just enjoy the sunset without thoughts. This has taken about 10 minutes. Then you can do this also for your kinesthetic. That means if there's a lovely breeze, you can sit there and enjoy the breeze that flowing. So you'll feel the breeze coming over here, touching you, and the beautiful breeze on your face. We never feel it.
Right.
But then when you're in that meditative state, you'll find the beautiful breeze flowing and you'll have a lovely smile. Again, no thoughts. Just enjoying the breeze. You can extend this to smell also, to taste also, all these things. So that is one form of meditation, which is the most, I would say, the most basic form of meditation. Once you master that, you are a master already. Then you can do all the complicated stuff that you want.
Right.
Okay. But this itself gives you enough power. And then I would say when you reach that level of meditation, you can go into a state of gratitude. Gratitude is again a very powerful tool of meditation. So in gratitude, you just say thank you to all the people you meet in the day. That's it.
Right.
And with that, you get huge power. So the brain is again saying thank you to good, bad, ugly, makes no difference. Just say thank you. And that is the most basic form of meditation, which I would recommend everyone to start doing. Once you master these things in 6-7 months, then you can search. Is
what is right for your
what
personality.
is right for your personality. Could be you'll find maybe Shambhavi Mahamudra, which is Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev's. That's also very powerful. Or maybe Sri Ravi Shankar, where he does Sudarshan Kriya.
Sudarshan Kriya, yes.
But do something every day. Whatever you do. So 10 minutes of that. So this is, I would say, the most basic form of meditation that people should
practice. Sir, as per your advice, I have started meditation, for example. But then I have a corporate job or I am a CEO, CFO of a company. How will meditation really help me?
So, as I said earlier, very simplistically, meditation is giving you power to think in the now. What is meaning of pressure? The brain is gone either in the past or the future. Okay, whatever task in front of me, oh, will I complete it? What happens if it does not complete? Brain is gone to the future, and like I said, we cannot multitask.
Yeah.
So if the brain has gone to the future for that few milliseconds, you've forgotten what's happening here. Brain, you bring it back, and the brain goes forward and back, forward and back in the present, forward, present. And that leads to stress, that leads to confusion, because there's a whole physiological reaction that happens when you think of the past or the future, which is not very nice.
Yeah.
So if there's a saying, there's a deadline approaching, and you're not sure how to meet that deadline, whatever reasons, the brain is thinking there, oh my God, will it happen? Will it happen? Will it go through? Will it succeed? Brain is going to flap, and you're going to be in a stressed out mode. And it's high pressure job. On the other hand, meditation teaches you, think of the present moment. Work on this. What is that? What the Gita says? कि फल की चिंता मत करो.
कर्म करते रहो.
कर्म करते रहो, फल की चिंता मत करो. Doesn't mean that फल क्या है पता नहीं है. No. वो फल पाने के लिए what should I do? That is your current task.
Yes.
If you do this task with full vigor, with full josh, with full concentration, the end result will come. But if I only think of the end result and the present, end result and the present, and do this 10 times in a minute,
jumping,
I'm going to go into a stress mode. And imagine I've got, let's say, 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours of work. And every time, every few minutes,
task is taking
I'm
this.
going there, here, back there, back there. I am stressed out. Whether it's a homemaker, whether it's a corporate CEO, you will be stressed. Body to wahi hai. The body will be in severe stress. Now, how do you remove this? What does meditation do? Teaches you, think of the present.
Yes.
What is my task now? You already thought, let's say, 1 hour back or 1 day back, when I do these 10 things, this result will come.
Yes.
That planning has been done.
Logically.
Now do this without thinking of the end. That's what the Gita says.
Yes.
कि फल करते रहो, कर्म करते रहो, फल की चिंता मत करो. But कर्म ऐसे करो कि उसके बाद में फल आएगा. Now forget the फल, forget the end result. Now focus on your task. And when you do multiple 10 tasks in the day, you will find the result comes with zero stress.
Yes.
That's how it works, whether it's professional life, whether it's personal life. Meditation works. It keeps you calm, it keeps you smiling, and you become a wonderful person. And people say, wow, look at this guy. He never takes stress.
Always happy.
Always happy, never takes stress.
Like sir.
I don't know. I give stress to others. But anyway, so jokes apart, but yeah, that's how meditation helps.
So this is, I think, especially important if you are envisioning yourself or building your career to become a leader, or if you're an entrepreneur where your challenges keep changing every day. So I think these are very important points that any upcoming founders and the people who are grooming themselves to become upper management should know and should work towards it.
So I would say from the beginning itself, get used to the idea of planning.
Okay.
Start micro planning. One is macro planning. So what are the 10 things I require? So think of the end goal first. I want to achieve this in when? Tomorrow, after 1 month, after 1 year, after 5 years. So that's your goal setting done.
Right.
Now, what all steps do I require to achieve that end goal? After 1 day, matlab something has been done today.
Yes.
If after 5 years, then something you need to do over the period of years. But even if you take whatever next week tasks, I need to do these 10 things. Simplest thing is have a diary. I need to do these 10 things. It could be either acquire new knowledge, very simple, chat GPT it or meta it or read a book, very simple. Apply it, you become skilled in it. And if you have the right attitudes, you'll say, okay, this task is over. This will follow to the next task. This will follow to the next task. And you'll find tomorrow the task is over. If you don't plan, it's, oh my God, ye bhi karna hai, wo bhi karna hai, wo bhi karna hai, ye bhi karna hai. You'll completely go into be a nervous wreck after some time. And they'll say, no, life is so tough. Oh, life is so beautiful. Yeah.
Just meditate.
At least sometime. Learn to meditate for at least, I would say, 10-15 minutes a day. That will take you through the whole day.
Yes.
It's a huge ROI.
I think it's not a
So 15-minute
big-
meditation
yeah.
gives you almost 23 hours and 45 minutes of peaceful time.
Yes.
Huge ROI.
None of our
ऐसा ROI
investments
कहीं नहीं
give
मिलता
us that.
No investment
Yeah.
gives you these ROI.
Yeah.
But do something every single day.
I think today's video, the mantra is do something every single day. So if you've been watching the video from the beginning to now, I want you to write it in the comments below so I know how many people have watched it till the end. Thank you for watching another episode of the Commander's Compass. We hope you enjoyed it and we hope you have now realized the importance of meditation and will start something today. So please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Write in the comments below what are the new topics you want Sir to talk about, and we'll be back with another episode. Thank you.
Thank you.